Welcome to my channel, and today I have Martina Vormwald with me. She is a trance medium, and today she's going to bring through her guide as well. You live in Germany?
Yes, I live in Germany.
Yeah, and you work as a trance medium or?
Yes, I work as a trance medium, and I'm also working as a teacher for mathematics and economics.
Okay, yeah. So today I have some questions for you. Is that okay?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yes. We've been waiting a long time for this meeting. And finally today we could do it. Yeah. I will need to put my glasses on. Yes, I would like to know how your journey began with the spirits. How did you begin it?
Yes. Um, First of all, thank you for having me, and thank you for doing the interview. And I thought about that before when I sensed spirit, and I think that I sensed spirit very well until I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. There weren't like messages I can remember, or my family didn't tell me something about what I said that was like something that I couldn't know, not such stories. But now that I know how my guides are, like how I am feeling when my guides are around me, I know that I was really wrapped up in this love and this light until I was maybe 5 or 6. And then there was more the mind coming in, and later on it was like just a really deep belief that there is something higher, that there is a God somewhere, and also this conviction of I know that there is more to life than we just see with our physical eye. This was for me always like with me this feeling. And then it was like I had health challenges, and I did an energetical healing course because of that, because it helped me a lot, this energy healing. And when I first did that energy healing, I had my first trance experience, and I just knew it because I can look back now, because I now know what trance is. I didn't know it at this time. So I can remember that very vividly. There was somebody practicing with me this energy healing, and he said, show me what you can. I'm sure you cannot do a lot. And then out of nothing, like my eyes closed and they were flickering, and there was so much energy coming through. I didn't understand what was happening. And today I know that this was Awanda. We will talk about her later on, that this was her showing up for the first time. And then I did my healing, and I always thought sometimes in some sessions there is something more to that than I can understand at this moment. So I really felt that there was spirit around in some way, but I couldn't explain it because we didn't focus on spirit in this training. We focused more on healing with Mother Earth. And so I now know that this was like the first time I went into trance. And later on, it was that I felt that this energy healing, there should be more to that. There was a feeling of, I want to have a better understanding of what I was doing. And I had a really interesting experience when I was lying in bed with my first son. He was just 1 year old. And then I opened up my eyes, and I thought there was like a flash of light in some way. And then it was like my mind was totally calm. There were no thoughts. And then, but I knew in this moment that I know everything, but there's no thoughts and there are no questions because I know everything. So it was like a short experience, I think, maybe of something that is a big word, but enlightenment maybe. It was really a profound experience because I knew I cannot explain it. In fact, it was really such a deep experience that I was connected to something, and that it all is okay and everything is fine, and there's just a lot of love and happiness. And yes, and then I searched for Eckhart Tolle, I searched for Ramana Maharshi, like for these beings that are enlightened, and wanted to understand that. And on this path, I had an experience with a trance medium, and I had a session with her, and it was so incredibly powerful for me, because it was so much love and light, and there was so much understanding that I was fascinated. Her name is Sylvia Hollenstein. She is a Swiss trance medium. And then I did a course there, going into trance, and then it felt like coming home. And that is the story why I'm doing trance at the moment, because it's just like coming home for me.
I've never heard of her, but then you had a good teacher at least.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe that's quite important.
Yeah, it is. And she helps me also now, like when you have these, I think there are steps you take in this process. And sometimes I need someone who understands these steps in order also to feel safe for myself, because it's a lot of letting go, and she helps me a lot with that. I can always like call her and have some advice.
Have you ever had like bad sensations in your body? Like, how does it feel?
And the first time it felt like an energy was coming behind into my energy field. And this was a little bit frightening for me, because I felt that my body really struggled with it as well. And I asked her, it was in fact at this first training course, and she said, you can ask Spirit to make it easy for you and to make it comfortable for you. And so I asked for that, and then the next time it was much smoother and didn't felt like something really coming in that shouldn't be come in or something. It was really like a nice feeling of connectedness.
Yeah.
So this helped a lot.
Yeah. Maybe sometimes you forget to ask.
Yes.
Yeah, you can ask them as well, of course.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you live like people who around you maybe don't believe in spirit? Is that difficult for you, or do they accept it?
I think I always like to talk about it. Like I talk about, maybe this is something that also makes other people curious, because I'm not like talking from a place of believing. So I'm talking from a place of knowing. Like I had these experiences, and it's for me reality. And so I really like to talk about it. But the problem is, or no problem, but people in my community don't really ask me. So I'm not going to go somewhere and tell them this is what I'm doing, and it's wonderful, and I don't want to tell people if they are not interested. So I usually I wait until they ask me. But I think in Germany it's really rare that you have trance mediumship. There's more this evidential mediumship that is known. And also in my area, we are here in a smaller town. It's not really common for people that people do such things like connect to spirit.
No.
And so they don't really ask me. I'm open about it like for 2 years. And I have also on my house, I have a sign where there is medium on it, but they don't really ask me. But when people ask me, I really like to talk about it, because it's such wonderful topic. And yes.
Well, they are missing out of things, aren't they?
Yes, yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of things, yeah.
Yeah, I think here in Sweden, a lot of people are opening up more for it than.
That's wonderful. I think in Germany as well, for evidential mediumship, like really people that are suffering from a loss, there is more knowing about that, and also more going to a medium as well, like doing that. But trance mediumship, I rarely know people that do that in Germany.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's very important that you are genuine when
Yes.
you are a medium, that
Yeah.
it has to be correct, like
Yeah.
you understand.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's
Yeah.
so much trust that other people put into you, and you should be worth of this trust that other
Yeah.
people put into
Yeah.
this.
But you seem like a very nice person, I think, when I
Thank you. Thank
yeah.
you.
And I was thinking about your guide. Who is he or she?
My guide is Awanda.
Yeah.
She told me that name, and I say she because in German we say to energy is a female word, and that is why I say she. But in fact, I think it's more a group of light beings. And what I'm feeling, and what others also told me, it feels like angelic energies, because I feel really connected to these energies, and I don't know why. So this is what I think. But for me, it's important that people can just feel her presence. What is a really thing that she's really doing good is bring people into states of consciousness. Like she brings people and really helps people to feel spirit, and also to come into a calmness in which they can enter this world better. And that is also how we connect. Like always when I'm feeling that she's really calm, it's really getting calm, I know now I'm there now. And then a little bit afterwards she's going to talk. So this is how we connect as well, with kindness, calmness, and yes. And so this is what I experienced with her, and she's also loving to give people advice to go into trance themselves. Like this is something she really loves, and I was always like, have I enough experience to do that, and have I enough? A little bit critical about myself. Can I be a teacher in for trance? But she wants to do it, so I just let her do it.
Yeah.
And I take a back seat.
I think I think I listened to what do I call it, meditation she had.
Yes. Yeah.
So that one was very comfortable
Yeah.
and relaxing.
That is what we're doing each week. I'm having a circle each week online, and we are meeting, and I don't prepare anything. I just go into trance, and she's always helping people to get a new insight into their lives. It's really also help with your own life and with your spiritual development. This is what she loves to do. And she's also, the people there can always ask questions about their lives and have guidance for themselves. And this is also something she really likes to do.
For people, if there are other people who would like to join this circle online, how do they get in touch with you?
You can go on my website. I will send it to you because it will change soon. I will have an own website for my Awanda trance-mediumship, and then you can maybe put it into the description area, and there they can connect and can book a ticket online and just drop by and look. It's not something you have to be committed to, like for a longer period of time. You just can come, listen, just relaxing and enjoying. And then if you are it's always Wednesdays. If there's no time, it's no problem. It's not that you have to commit yourself for being longer there or something. Just try out. If somebody is interested, can try out.
Today, here now, we are going to bring in your guide.
Yeah.
So will you meditate before?
Yes, it's like I have a little bit of time. I need to go into this place where she can speak, and I think she will start then. Maybe she will say something to you, and then you know that now is trance. You will also see it in my facial expressions. There will be like my mouth goes a little bit deeper here, and this is also a sign that the energy is coming in.
Is there anything you would like to say more before we bring her in?
No, you can just ask her whatever you want, and I'll just go into it. If you are ready, if you don't have any questions, we can just go.
Yes, I'm looking forward now to listen.
Perfect.
So I can speak a little bit with her.
Good.
Yes.
So I'll go and relax. Welcome to this meeting. We thank you for being with us, for joining us, and for asking your questions. Before you start, we would like to talk about something that is very important maybe for you or for others that want to engage with this work as well. Trance is something that is really helpful for people, not just for those people who are doing it. It's really helpful for all beings because you bring such an energy into this atmosphere that sometimes this atmosphere lacks of. And so you are doing a great service to everybody around you if you are doing this. And everyone is able to do this. There's nobody that is not able. So if you are interested in this, just try, just go into a calm state and you will find that you will embrace a wonderful energy and you will embrace a lot of help for others and for yourself. And if you wish, you can ask your questions now.
Yes. Could you tell us a little bit who you are? What are you? Have you been here on Earth, living as a human?
I wasn't here on Earth. Like, we are a group of beings. That is why we are talking also and saying we are. And this is something that is maybe interesting for you, that there are beings that won't go into this earthly realm because they are not having this experience for their own plan. So what we are is something that you would call light beings, being of pure light. And maybe this is something you can imagine for human insights that humans had with those beings that they call angels. And this is what we think could describe best what we really are. We are here to help people to raise their vibration, to raise their consciousness in this lifetime in order to help themselves and in order to help other people that are on this path on earth to have a great impact also on this world's development, on this path that this world is on this spiritual feeling that they have. So this is what we are here for and what we would like and teach through Martina, that we are helping her with her own trance, helping other people with trance and also with their development.
Could you say something about the awakening now? How is it going?
Awakening is something that is happening all around the planet, of course. And what is going on at this moment is that the awakening process could be really enhanced by beings that want to connect more. And this is something that is interesting because some people think that they don't have an influence on others, but everybody who is awakening has a huge influence on other people. And so what is going on at the moment is that there could be more if there are people that are willing to really go out and tell also what they are doing in their development, because it could help a lot other people as well. So what we would suggest for people who want to go this path and who are really searching for spirit and for being enlightened and awakened, that they look within themselves, because everything they need for that is already within them. They don't have to reach something, they don't have to learn something, but maybe they should in that case look a little bit different on themselves like they used to do it, because people sometimes look through their glasses of their own education, their own experience, and this makes it difficult. So if everybody or anybody who wants to have a deeper understanding of this process has to look before what he or she has learned in this life that is inhibiting them for doing this in their own lives, like looking for experiences, looking for also thoughts that they prevent from doing that very well. And this is what we would also like to teach people, to see themselves through a different view, a different opinion of themselves, because they already are all they want to be. All they want to be in case of an awakened being, if they just let some things go and think about themselves in another way.
It sounds a bit difficult because there are people who definitely don't want to change.
This is true. And you cannot tell them that they have to change. Or you can tell them, but they won't change because of that. They will change if, in some case, you are changing, or if other people in their surrounding are changing. And then it's like, you can see it, it's like you have a process that cannot be stopped then, because if people are awakening and just looking for their own development, because they cannot teach others how to develop if they don't want to, if they look for themselves and look how they can feel better and how they can see themselves through another experience, then it is possible that this vibration that these people are giving into this world is changing everybody else. It's something that can not be seen in that way. It's something that cannot be measured in some way in your physical reality, but it is something that is reality that you can change other people by changing your own vibration, because what you bring into a room, this energy you bring into a room, can change someone. And there hasn't to be words, there hasn't to be something that you teach somebody else or that you say to somebody else. It's just your vibration that helps.
But sometimes it seems like if there is a lot of negative energy in one room, it's sometimes that stays there for a long time in that place.
That is true. If something was happening in a room and it was like something you would call negative, we would say something of a lower vibration, then it could stay in this room. And what you can do about it, you can just ask your guides also to help you. And if you feel you are not able to change something, you can ask your guides to wrap light and love around you, so it wouldn't influence you that way. It would if you wouldn't be protected in that way. So this could help you if you feel you are overwhelmed by these energies from the outside and you don't know how to deal with it. You can always ask your guides for help, and you can also always be with yourself and in your own vibration. And this is something very powerful, because when you are able to be in your own pure vibration, there is nothing, really nothing from the outside that can have an influence on you that you don't want to have. And the problem is why people are struggling with that is that they learned during their lives a lot of things that prevent them from being in their own vibration, because there were many situations in their lives that they had to not do what they feel is right for them. And that is the case in most lives. And so this has to be unlearned in some way. There has to be a learning being different of what was then, and that you can choose now more, because the problem is often that in childhood there are these experiences. And now as adults, you can always choose a different path.
Now, in the near future, will Earth change a lot?
There will be a lot of change there. And maybe you won't see it now, because if you look now into the television, you look now into the newspaper, you feel like it's always getting worse. But in some cases, it has to get worse in order to bring this enlightenment process more into the people's feeling of wanting this. Because if everything is fine and there are no challenges at all, why should someone change something? So there need to be a more profound view on what I want to change in my life, and also what would I want to change in this world. And all these things that are happening are just helping everyone to get nearer to that place where they know what they are here for in this lifetime and what they want to bring into this world.
I want to ask you, have you anything you would like to say here today to everyone, or?
Yes. What is important is that looking to the outside is necessary for dealing with this life. And there is one specific thing about that that could be difficult if you are searching there for answers. because the outside world is not something that can you give the answers you need. And what is needed is that you are becoming a connection to yourself, where you can ask yourself these questions, and you will find that there will be answers. And maybe they will not be in terms of words, in thoughts or something like that. Maybe there will just be another form of answer you haven't imagined yet. Some form of answer that you cannot explain, but there will be an answer. So we would like to encourage people to really feel that they have the answers in themselves and they don't have to search them in the outside. And they really can trust in themselves. And this is something very powerful. To have trust in yourself is changing life completely. If you haven't had it before, it's changing life. It's really changing how you experience life. And maybe many people are used to searching in the outside, searching the outside for everything, to know what is happening, to know what is missing in themselves. But there will be no answers that will be sufficient for you. So always come back to yourself, and there is the power. And this is something that we really would like to help people with, and also to encourage them to trust themselves is something they really have to do by themselves. It's like a decision that has to be made, and we want to support people in order to make this decision, because it's very worthy and valuable.
Mm-hmm. And is there anything like any kind of energy in the universe trying to stop the light coming through?
This is sometimes, it depends on how you look at the situation. If you look at it from the point of view that there could be something from the outside that can bring you harm, that can influence you, then this perspective would suggest that there is something. And if you are in this perspective, and if you are living in this reality, there is something that wants that. But that is something very crucial to know, is that your beliefs are that what make you feel and sense the world, and also makes up your reality in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So if you decide not to think about the outside and go within, you will find that there's nothing that can bother you. This is something that maybe has to be a growth in life, that has to be also practiced, because these beliefs that there are outside energies or that there are outside beings that want to harm you is something very human. But if you really look into yourself, you will find that there couldn't be something else than just yourself. And if you are feel harmed, and if you are feel bothered by something, it's always your own thoughts, it's always your own anxiety, your own feelings that are coming through.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what really is bothering you, and not something from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there are humans that do harm to other humans. We cannot deny that. It is like this. And this is something that is also seen, could also be seen from different perspectives. There could be the perspective of, this is something very it is not necessary. Why does that happen? It could be from the point of view that it is not useful that this is done. And there's also the viewpoint that you can say, well, if this is happening, maybe there is a sense in that. And you can imagine maybe that nothing in this world is without sense. This is what we would suggest. So if there is a sense in that, even if it is horrible what is happening, there is also something is learned by that. And this is also a message that we want to give to people, that life is not there to harm them or to destroy them. Life is there to teach something, and teaching something for bringing yourself more to your real self. And that is what we would like to suggest to people, to look, what perspective do I have on life? And when I know that, I can shift it. And when I shift it, I can change my whole life.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I understand. It's not always that easy, though, here in Earth.
And that is why we would like support people by just bringing energy that is supportive. And that is also bringing new insights, and also bringing an opening to this other perspective that can be also be taken.
Mm-hmm. Well, before you leave, Wanda, is there anything else you would like to say here?
We thank you for your time. We thank you for bringing this into this world. And that is really what we would like to achieve, that we help people with that. And if somebody is really interested in this work, there are things, videos online, and they don't have to pay something for it. So it's not about payment or something like that. It's just for bringing this messages through. And we are happy and thank you a lot for doing this work.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So we say goodbye for now. We bless you and see you soon.
Thank you. So now I feel blessed.
That's nice.
Yeah. How did it go? Did it? I thought it was very good.
Yes, I think I'm a little bit nervous because of like interview and everything, and I felt like my heart was beating a lot. But she was really clear with her messages. So she just went on, and I was like, yes, it's good, like it's fine, because she went on, and I just tried to go somewhere else like I always do. So.
And I mean, English isn't your native, so
Yes.
you're not so. Germany is your what will I say? You're more comfortable with German, but it works very good.
Yes. Thank you. I'm happy about that. And that was also when she first appeared. Like, I just went into trance and asked with the intention that if there is an English energy who wants to speak, he or she or whatever could speak. And then there was this profound change in energy I haven't experienced before, because I did trance before. I did it in German, and then there come deceased loved ones through, or guides from my clients come through. But when Awanda appeared, it was like this fitting, and then she talked English in a way. Now my English is better. I practiced, and I'm talking a lot of English at the moment. But at this point of time, my English wasn't like that. So I really knew there was something different speaking through me. And it was clear to me before, but at this point it was so clear. My husband afterwards asked me what happened. I just told him what I want to do, and then he asked me what happened, and I couldn't say a word. Like, I couldn't describe it. It was really so wonderful and so warm and so loving and just fitting. Yes.
I was thinking of that. You don't need to see the outside world, but it's not that easy because you have to go to work and all. But you can always think inside instead and not be so affected of it.
That's true. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's that she is talking often about this, like inside is important. And I think it's like a pathway to empowerment, because you are the one that can decide what bothers me and what not. And this is empowerment. Like I see this as powerful thoughts that maybe just need some time to process and to come in everyday life.
Yeah. For right now in the world, it's like everything has just popped up everywhere, like negative everywhere, and it's everywhere.
Yes, it's
like the
true.
world has changed. But now we know it's going to become better.
Yes,
it's the awakening.
Yeah, it's something that helps. It's something that is good for something, and this is maybe something that helps a little bit to overcome this feeling of being lost in this all. Yes.
Yeah. Before you leave today, is there anything you would like to say before?
So I just would like to invite people, if they are interested in my circle or in my work, and we will put the website below. And so I'm happy if somebody is interested and is looking out for guidance from Awanda. And yes, and I thank you so much for this opportunity to be here and to talk to you. I just love it, and I just want to bring Awanda into this world. So this helps me, and I thank you for that.
Yeah. She said it felt like we will meet again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe you are interested. You will
we've seen it. Yes, of course I am. A lot will happen. So
yes.
Yeah. Maybe I can say a friend and I, we're going to have this centra, but it's only a beginning. So maybe you will come there in the future.
Yes, I would love to.
Yes.
If it so you mean like really going to Sweden to a center?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would just put up my husband and my 2 sons, and then we go to Sweden. No problem.
Yeah.
I will come.
We have just begun this what
Okay.
we're going to do, but it will be a centra. We
Oh,
have the place and
interesting.
everything, but I can't say anything about it yet.
Okay, that sounds beautiful. So if you
Yes.
would like me to have there, I'm going.
Yes.
Yes.
You can come then.
Yeah.
But I would like to thank you for joining here this evening, and I hope to see you again.
Yes, I hope to see you again too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.